home whites with the black and red trim. The red numbers as well out there for the Grantsville Lady Cowboys. So see how this thing goes. Interesting note and we've hit you and I. This is our third Grantsville game in 3 days, if I remember correctly. They don't have a senior. You're the number 1 ranked team. So this entire group will be back a year from now. And Orth wins the opening tip.
And they will be hungry.
You don't say.
Be hungry.
They look hungry today. Already out in this 1-2-2 trap that is so lethal and effective as Orth takes the baseline jumper, and it's good. Madison Orth gives you 14 points a game, 52% from the floor.
Yeah, Maddie's just such a good player. She and Amaya Timothy, really that two-handed monster for Carbon. Both got a lot of length. They're tall girls. They can handle the ball as well.
Baseline inside Louder gives Allred. Beautiful basketball there, and Lady Cowboys tie it at 2, 30 seconds in.
Speaking of a lot of length and can handle the ball, Bailey Louder with an excellent assist right there.
I don't think there's any question she's going to be playing at the next level here in 2 seasons. Deflection from Allred ends up in the hands of Jensen. Bounce pass deflected by Orgill into the hands of Cody Williams. Williams right side, gets past Jensen, now attacks the basket, lowers the shoulder, puts up the shot, bakes and scores. Cody Williams for 2.
Yeah, Cody, I think maybe thought there might have been a little bit of contact as well to where she'd be shooting a free throw, but still a great way to finish through the contact.
You know, something that has impressed me so much with Grantsville, not just this year, but with this Megan Vera era, if you will, how well they of course I say that and they pick up a foul. They defend well without fouling. They pick one up there.
You've mentioned that in both of these other games that we've done here, and you've mentioned it at times where I kind of haven't even noticed it, and you look up and there's a minute and a half left and there's no fouls, and they've created 6 turnovers in a quarter.
They created 22 turnovers in the first half against Emory last night.
And lost the game.
And we're only up 5 at halftime. Emory smelled that they were still in it.
Yeah.
And give Coach Faimalo a lot of credit there as he just kept his girls positive. Steal on the other end from Ren White. Drive here from Allred, coast to coast. Left hand like butter on toast. That makes it 6-2.
Beautiful use of the left hand there by Avery Allred. Split the defense and then just kind of that scoop shot underneath the arms of a Carbon Dino defender.
Jensen ball fakes, now gets it across the timeline. Left side drive here from Johnson. She'll take the 15-foot J. That's good. Nice shot from the sophomore, Bailey Johnson.
That's a beautiful mid-range jumper there from just inside the elbow. To pull up like that before the defense, the post defense, after you beat the perimeter defense, you don't allow that post defense to come out to you because you knocked down the mid-range J before.
Orgill skips right side. White takes the 3. Good rotation on the ball. No. Allred taps it up. No. Offensive rebound, Orgill. She's going to send it back up to Williams. Left side Louder. Bailey called for the travel. Hit a bunch of threes from that spot. That's a good closeout by Maddie Orth. She hit a bunch of threes yesterday?
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if you mean this season or yesterday, because she hit a bunch from that location, and they were all right out there by the college, the men's college three-point line, that third most outside line.
If not a little deeper on a couple of them.
5 of those. Those were all her points, though. That kind of surprised me. No shots at the basket.
Emory did a good job trying to take that away. As Jensen drives, they'll say the foul's on the floor. And that'll be 2 fouls now on Grantsville. As soon as I make that comment, they play such great defense without fouling on cue.
My man here doesn't believe in any sort of a broadcaster jinx.
I don't. Great save, but it goes in the backcourt to Johnson. Johnson right side looks to attack. Little runner for 2. The sophomore Johnson aggressive here early. Rebound to White. Dribble right side here for Williams. She'll cross over. They want to carry. Don't get the call. Allred sends it. White, right wing 3. Strong. Williams gets it right to her. In the lane now. Left-handed push shot. Good. Cody Williams for 2.
So 4 points now for Avery Allred and Cody Williams. Those 8 points all from those 2 girls.
8 for our score. 5 minutes left here in quarter number 1.
Can't dribble into that pressure like that.
Because that's going to happen every time. Orgill the still, coast to coast, like butter on toast, lays it up and in. Timeout to the Carbon Dinos. We'll take it here on TeamIve.live with ETV and KSLSports.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
4:54 left here in the first quarter. It's 10-4 our score. Favor of Grantsville. We were just talking off the air, Greg. Grantsville just baits you.
Yeah.
They'll get you to where they want you to go.
This 1-2-2 defense. So now they'll say, okay, don't bring it up the center of the court. Bring it up into this corner right here, and then watch
Boom.
that defense comes. And that double team will come, and Louder is so long, it's so hard to pass out of it. And then you just have to do something like that, throw it off of a Grantsville defender, which, you know, Carbon fans are probably clapping a little bit, but it got you nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much time spent. You're 15 seconds into the shot clock if you do break it and actually set up your offense.
So now Amaya Timothy and Kylan Sorensen both check into the game.
All right.
So for whatever reason, didn't start. They're now in. Maddie Orth with a little runner for two. She's been doing that since she was a sophomore.
Yeah, pretty shot there from just inside the free throw line. Almost a little runner there.
Orgill gives left side Williams. Williams will get in the paint, send it baseline Bailey Louder. Now back up top Orgill. Right hand to Williams. Back to Orgill. 4:14 left. Baseline Louder catches. Left hand dribble into Allred. Allred pumps, turns, shoots, banks, misses. Louder fights for the board with Sorensen. We'll get a tie up. Our first of the afternoon stays with Grantsville here. Baseline out of bounds. And they're having a conversation.
Nope.
No,
It should
not reset.
Nope. Yeah, we had that in a Manti game earlier this year that me and Dustin Shakespeare were calling, and they reset it, and it was wrong.
Yep.
And everyone in Manti was trying to tell them it was wrong, and the officials would not listen.
Foul on the other end by Orgill.
What we're getting at there, we got a little bit of a break there. If there's a jump ball and the offensive team keeps possession, the shot clock doesn't reset.
No, because possession doesn't change.
In college and NBA, it does. High school, it does not, and that was the issue. Is the officials were going by the college rule.
Yeah. Timothy with it, skips it high. Allred bats it off the head of Johnson and will go back.
That Grantsville defense, and we're going to talk about it a lot in these next three quarters if you're listening or watching here on TeamHive.live. It just makes you do things you don't want to do. That's what it's designed to do. Even if it doesn't take the ball away necessarily and create a fast break, it creates a turnover like that with a long looping pass.
Williams with it, gives up top. Thornton now right side to White. Skip it. Trying to get this zone to move a little bit. Louder takes an open corner three. It's long. Don't see that often from Bailey Louder. J.C. Jensen rebounds. And this is the thing about this defense, Greg. Off of misses.
Even off of a miss.
It's just wild. As the deflection here by Sadie Thornton forces it to stay Carbon ball. But again, that's another deflection.
And they can do it off of a miss because Bailey Louder will pick it up about the free throw line, maybe just below the volleyball line here, and it allows those other two to get back.
Steal, transition for Louder, coast to coast, left-hand finish, 12-6, 3:14 to go.
So she'll set it up here about the about the volleyball line or so. She's going to watch and see where you go, and then right when you cross midcourt, and that's a great way to break it right there, the center of the court.
Orth splits the double team, gets her own rebound off the miss. Sorensen down low, Amaya Timothy. She'll look to spin off the foot of the Lady Cowboys, and it will stay with Carbon. As Emmy Butler, the freshman, who's had a good tournament, checks in. She'll replace Ren White.
Yeah, she had a really good quarterfinal game, especially.
Yeah.
Against, was it
Summit
Academy?
Yeah. Timothy, spin move, gets in the lane, Euros, throws up the left hand.
Beautiful
What a play. How fun has Amaya Timothy been to watch the last couple years?
Right foot, left foot, and then use the left hand to put it off the glass.
12-8 our score with 2:37 to go, and just an odd pass there.
You see Grantsville force teams to do things like that. You very rarely see Grantsville do just like that. Just an unforced error.
Yeah. 12-8 our score if you're just joining us. The third, fourth place game between two very good teams. As Orth drives, throws up the wild shot, rebound inside to Sorensen. She's fouled. And that'll be the 14th. How about this? 14 fouls on Grantsville, 0 on Carbon. Here with 2:23 left in the quarter.
Tanner, impart your wisdom again about how infrequently Grantsville fouls.
Apparently that's not the case today.
It was in the other games. It was an astute observation that isn't coming true today now with another foul.
Orth is fouled and will go to the free throw line. Here with 2:21 to go. Orth, a great free throw shooter in her own right for being your post player, 73% for Maddie Orth. You know, I remember first time I saw Orth and Timothy play, you and I did a playoff game in Carbon. It was Manti Carbon 2 years ago, the 8-9 seed
That's
matchup.
Right. Yeah.
They both were really good as sophomores.
Yeah.
And they've gotten to the state tournament every year down Ogden, Cedar City, and now here in Richfield.
Yeah, if you're 6 foot or so and you're a girls basketball player and you can handle the ball like that, you're a great player.
Yep.
And those two can both handle the ball and have that length.
Ball goes inside to Allred. Allred sends to the corner. Butler skips it back to Williams. Williams with it up top. Approaching the 2 minutes break here, or mark, not break, here in quarter number 1. No 2-minute warning in anything but the NFL. Steal here from Madison Orth. And another turnover for Grantsville. Transition for Timothy. Amaya tries to get it to Sorensen, and Allred heads up play to flex it out. That's a good idea from Timothy. Avery Allred doing Avery Allred things.
Tiny little break here. Do you want just, you know what, when you watch March Madness, and it seems like every game or they'll find a band member that the camera goes to occasionally.
Have we found
I'll
our
come
band
back
member?
to that in just a moment.
Okay.
After you call this play.
Ball goes down inside. Cody Williams steals it. Williams will now go right to the rim. Bounce pass, left hand finish, Allred.
Ooh.
And the foul. Avery's really good on the left side, even though she's a right-handed player, Greg. That's really, really impressive. That's about the third or fourth time I've seen her just finish very easily, effortlessly.
This game even was 6 points and the foul. So this Carbon band, they're a good band. They're an awesome band. Right in front, you got my man with one side of the eye black. He's getting into it, dude. Got the bearded fella down there. I don't know if our camera will catch it, but he's my guy. The Carbon's band is into this.
What's funny is when they come to these state tournaments over the last few years, they will stay and play for teams that don't have a band.
Oh, that's right. Carbon does.
It's been a thing the last few years. It happened again last night for South Summit. The little runner, up and in. Nice take from J.C. Jensen. 14-11 our score. Minute 13 left. Williams right side, skips it over Allred. Avery, baseline jumper, in, out, and back out. Rebound to Orth.
About the first thing she's done wrong is miss that shot right there because Avery's having a great first half.
Oh, boy. And Louder just takes it. Oh, my goodness. Big time collision between Orth and Louder. And
I want to see that. I don't know if we'll see that replay. It looked like Louder's foot was just kind of caught underneath Maddie Orth. Let's see this. So Grantsville fans are going to say that that's a flagrant and she's grabbing her foot. And Carbon fans are going to say she just kind of got caught up there.
But you have something else to say.
Well, I'm not a fan of either team, so
Right.
I don't know. I was just going to say I don't really know. I mean, it looked – I don't think Maddie's going to do anything.
Somewhere in the middle, right? Yeah.
Play on, common foul. That's what we like to see.
Yep. White gives to Butler, free throw line jumper. Emmy Butler knocks it down, the freshman. 16-11 now for Grantsville.
One thing I've liked about Emmy, she's done a good job defensively this weekend at the tournament, but she's also not afraid to shoot. You know, she catches that ball, and if she has an open look, she'll take it. She hit a big three yesterday, just about caused a steal right there.
Orth for three, good. Madison Orth, 30% three-point shooter. Look at those shooting splits for Maddie Orth, 52, 30, 73. From your center?
Yeah.
Absolutely, you'll take that.
Yeah. She's got 8 points now to lead the Dinos.
Skip past Williams, 13 on the clock. Cody with a right-hand dribble. Butler's got it now, going to skip it over left side. Now in the corner, three-point shot is up off the top of the backboard, which is not out of bounds. Rebound comes to Orth here with 1 second. Jensen doesn't see it, and that will end the quarter. Grantsville 16, Carbon 14 on TeamHive.live with KSL Sports and ETV after this.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
Alright, this round's almost over.
Hi, I'm I'm Dustin Shakespeare, the Central Region Pathways Coordinator. Do you know what pathways are offered at your high school that connect with Snow College? Students enrolled in career technical education courses can develop valuable real-world technical skills and a strong academic foundation. Over 630 students completed CTE pathways last year in the Central Utah region. Our 35 pathways empower students to explore career options, pursue what they are passionate about, and earn valuable industry certifications. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors today.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
.3A girls third, fourth place game, 1 quarter complete, and we got a close one, 16-14 Grantsville by 2. Thought this is interesting here is Grantsville's girls, we got a great shot of it, of them huddled up talking here. Shout out to the intern, the temp, Kyler Jensen. And I like that Coach Vera's kind of taught them, hey, let's have internal discussions here between quarters. Let's communicate. I like that a lot. Johnson drives. Shot clock didn't start. Oh, boy. Someone in the crowd's not happy about it.
Yeah, well, that's frustrating. If Carbon would have knocked down that shot after a nice little baseline drive, like, that's frustrating. And I don't know. I mean, obviously the shot clock is where the frustration's going to be. But if you're an official, do you maybe to see if that ball goes?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the rule is.
Yeah.
There's got to be a rule there. But anyway, well, there's got to be a rule there, and he's obviously calling it right.
You're right.
But I'm just saying, if it's a dead action, then okay, stop the game. We'll take it out sideline. But right after a shot is taken, if that would have fallen, anyway.
Yeah. Now the officials are stopping to have a conversation here.
They're probably saying 6 seconds ran off the game clock and only 4 off the shot clock, which I don't know. I went to Manti High School, but that doesn't seem exactly the same. I mean, shouldn't there be 29 if there's 6 seconds off the game clock?
One would think.
Okay.
Yep, and there you go. Utah Heritage Credit Union math saving the day again.
That is the best advertisement that they have paid 0 cents for.
Well, they're one of the main sponsors of the radio.
They sponsored the radio. That's right.
Drive,
Ooh,
float.
that's a pretty shot.
Great shot from Ork. Doesn't go. Rebound inside. And then Jensen hounding in the backcourt. She'll get called for a foul. Doesn't like it at all. So sign out of bounds here for Grantsville.
She let it be known what she thought about that.
Yeah.
Are they saying maybe that left hand, that offhand after she tipped the ball?
Right side Louder with it. Gives up top Williams. Middle Allred. Avery looks to attack. Lowers the shoulder. Up strong. And one again. Avery Allred doing Avery Allred things. This time on the right side.
You said it right when you said again there. That was the way to say it, because that's 8 points, and a bunch of them have been just like that. And one opportunity. She wasn't able to capitalize the first time. See if she's able to get 9 points here and extend that Grantsville lead from 4 to 5.
Shots down. 19-14. 7:37 to go before halftime. Timothy now a 2-2-1 press. They switch from that 1-2-2 to the 2-2-1.
So they kind of move those defenders up more past midcourt.
Yeah.
The other side of midcourt.
Inside to Sorensen. Deflected by Butler. Sends it back. Timothy pumps. Takes it inside. Sorensen. Deflected. Loose ball. Sends it out. Fight for the ball on the floor. And it is going to be a tie-up possession to Grantsville. 7:12 left.
Getting a little chippy out here.
I was just
Tanner Wilkinson getting a little chippy.
I was just going to say, it's getting a little chippy in the crowd too.
Yeah, you can hear him.
Yeah.
Well, we can hear him behind us. I'm assuming you can too.
If it's coming through into our headset, I'd imagine listeners can hear as well. So keep that in mind when you're at a game, folks. I don't have a problem with it. Just if you don't want to be heard, you don't have to say anything. Louder, right wing three, strong. Rebound, Timothy. She's fouled.
You say the shot was strong, but that rebound was strong right there by Amaya Timothy to go up high and get that one and take a little bit of punishment.
6:56 to go before halftime as Avery Allred gets a deserved break. She's played a great first half.
9 points to lead the Cowboys, 8 points for Maddie Orth to lead the Dinos.
To Timothy, they go back to the 1-2-2 now with Louder just being phenomenal up front. Back to Timothy, splits through the defense. Left-hand finish, no. Rebound inside, Butler. Butler and Alexis Egbert both fighting for that board. Crossover, Louder gets it inside to Williams. Good deflection from Orth. Loose ball on the ground.
Can't roll
travel.
over. Yeah, you can't roll over
Right.
is the only thing. You can slide. If you're diving for a ball, you can slide to the end of the earth. You can't roll over.
I think that's a huge misconception, especially in high school.
That's
But how many times do you hear in that exact tone and in that exact pitch that that's a travel? It's not if they slide.
Yeah.
Cody Williams with it up top, right side to White. Back to Williams, 6:20 to go before halftime. Right side, Louder with it. Left-hand dribble from Louder, gets inside, tries to scoop shot, no, but she's fouled, and Bailey will go to the free throw line with 6:14 left here in the second.
Good job by Bailey to create that foul, reach around, reach underneath to where she knew the hand was going to come down on top of her arm. She knew she wasn't going to be able to hit that shot, but try to get to the line and knock down a couple.
Well, bad news if you're a BYU fan. Kansas State 65, BYU 49.
I was DVRing that.
No, you weren't.
I'm just kidding.
You don't DVR.
I was looking at it at the exact same time.
The disappointment was on my face because, Greg Sterner, you know how I feel about DVRing sports, and I know you rarely will do that.
Can't do it. Yeah.
Oh, about had a heart attack here at the table. We've gone from talking about breakfast cereal Thursday night to DVRing sports on Saturday.
I got a hard time about that at home. We're not going to that.
Louder misses a pair. 19-14 still our score. Timothy now. Crafty dribbling. Comes to the sideline. Spins out of it. Draws 4 defenders. Orth picks it up. 2 Cowboys on the floor. Orth drives. Bumped. No foul call. She misses the shot. Rebound Egbert.
That's almost one where I thought she created the contact again to where she would get to the free throw line, similar to what Bailey Louder did the last time down the court.
Williams to the tin. No. Offensive rebound Egbert. Her shot's no good. Fight for the loose ball again inside, and it goes out of bounds. Will be Carbon basketball here. 5:44 left in the first. Kylan Sorensen returns. As J.C. Jensen will sit. She's had a great tournament. She's a really good three-point shooter. J.C. hit that big 3 last night to get that within 2 against Richfield.
Against Richfield, yeah.
Timothy, stolen, White. That's got to be a foul or travel. I'm going to say over and back. So it'll go back to Carbon.
Let's watch that. She gets both feet over and the ball, and then does the foot go back?
Oh, that's a great call. Wow, good eye.
Yep, good call by
the official,
there. Got to have both feet and the ball across before it's a backcourt violation if you go back.
Johnson looks to drive. No. Rebound Butler. I was always confused on that rule. I thought it was the other way around. You had to have all 3 in the backcourt. No, that's not the case. I was corrected on that this year. Left side, Butler. Skip it over in the corner. Orth with a good deflection. Will stay.
Great job using her length there to knock that out of bounds. Just about came down with a steal, but you'll take a deflection all day.
And they got in the worst spot possible. There's no one standing behind the bench to get the basketball.
Assistant coach for Carbon will step back and grab that one.
Sign out of bounds here for Cody Williams. She's going to lob it into Egbert and just misses her. They're going to say deflected and stays with Grantsville. I didn't really see. I'm sure the ball got nicked maybe because there's a lot of bodies there where it flew through.
And nobody's complaining on this sideline. So
body
obviously,
language. Yep. Trying to get that into Louder. Lobs inside. Louder hounded.
Wow.
Ball's loose. Goes to Cody Williams. 15 on the shot clock here for the Lady Cowboys. She'll give right side into the game. Sadie Castino, a freshman who has not played yet in this weekend, is now in for Grantsville. And let's call it out of bounds. Oh, they call it an offensive foul on Egbert. So second team foul on the Lady Cowboys. Been a bit of a slow couple minutes here. Neither team, it's been 19-14 for a good 2 minutes on game time. Timothy, left-hand dribble, up top, Sorensen, open 3, no. Rebound followed by Orth, but it comes down inside to the freshman Castino.
Yeah, great job boxing out there with a lot taller girl behind you by Castino, the freshman.
Louder on the left side, gives it up top. Castino back to Louder, pumps. Now White with it. Louder will swing, Castino gives it right side Butler. That's Cody Williams out there. with Egbert. 13 on the shot clock. Swing it to Louder. Louder will cross over, dribble it off her shoe, hand off to Williams. Williams sends it in the corner. The drive here from White, little runner for two, off the rim, no. Egbert gets the rebound, and a foul's called inside on Carbon. That'll be team foul number 4, 4:06 to play. Go on,
Defense for Carbon. Defense for Carbon doing a good job not letting Grantsville get the ball down inside the paint at all. We'll see. Emmy Butler will come back in. We'll see if they're able to get it down to her. Bailey Louder will start down low. See if maybe have a screen and then she rolls. Nope, she just goes out to the outside.
Out to the corner. Yeah, they're trying to get it into Butler. Go back out. Head fake from Louder. Up top, right side now, Williams with it. Left-hand dribble, swings it up top, Louder. Louder with the left-hand dribble here. 3:57 to go before halftime. Gives right side to Williams. Inside Butler. Butler bounces, and right there to defend it. Well, Becca Swayze, the junior.
Yeah, Carbon kind of baiting her into that pass. She just needed to keep that herself or kick it back out. Wow, look at that swarm.
My goodness. It's too bad Grantsville's not the Wasp because they swarm like a pack of wasps. And a foul now on Grantsville with 3:35 left. That's their third team foul.
That was right when Amaya Timothy was able to step through and get the pass away. It's going to go against Castano.
So baseline out of bounds here. Or side out of bounds. You do as much basketball as we do. Baseline and side out of bounds.
Kind of
interchangeable,
together, huh?
yeah. Deflection, Cody Williams the steal. Fast break opportunity for the Lady Cowboys. Coast to coast, no. Rebound inside by Orgill. That stick back goes. 21-14 Grantsville. 3:16 left. Here in the half, Johnson with it. Gets it back to Timothy. She'll skip it in the corner. 3-point shots on the way. No good. Good look from Swayze, the lefty, and then a foul on the rebound. So going to be 2 free throws here for Afton Orgill.
Yeah, that pass down to Becca Swayze, it was just a little bit too high, so she had to reset, and it allowed Ren White to get out there and defend that shot. She would have had a little bit more open look if the pass would have been just a hair lower.
First free throw for Orgill. Down.
5 points now for Afton Orgill.
3:05 to go before halftime. We've got Sage Vea back in. She'll give Kylan Sorensen a rest. One more free throw here for the Grantsville Lady Cowboys. Shots up. In and out. Rebound comes down inside to Swayze. And fortunate there, Timothy was the only one in the area on that pass. Amaya gets it. Deflected. Ends up in the hands of Vea. Deflected. Out of bounds. Stays with Carbon. My gosh.
This was something yesterday, too, when Grantsville played Emory. Emory wasn't able to get those entry passes that they like to. Grantsville doesn't have a ton of height. You got Bailey Louder that's got a lot of height, but she plays on the perimeter defensively. But they just hound you so much on the perimeter that they don't let you get those passes inside. So what do you do instead?
You hit threes, and that's what Emory did yesterday. That's what Amaya Timothy does right there. 22-17, 2:39 to go. Louder with it up top, gives straight away Orgill. Now White with it, skips it over. Louder, deep right wing, left wing three, and it's buckets for Bailey Louder. How many of those did we see yesterday?
I was just going to say, that's like deja vu from yesterday. The exact same spot, right in front of that Z for Zions Bank on the floor. Ooh.
Ball gets saved in there. Now going the other way is Louder, gets it up to Cody Williams, and she is fouled. Almost got a turf monster situation out here.
Hearkening back to my friend Colby Simons,
Yep.
There's going to be 3 people that know what that means on the broadcast, and so we won't go any further.
No, that's all I have to say. Yep. Free throws here for Cody Williams. With 2:08 to go. Shots up, no good.
The official over here laughing about it, though. He's
a
little self-deprecating.
Yeah. Get one more. Free throws haven't been great for Grantsville outside of Avery Allred.
Yeah, I'm interested to see our Brad James stats at halftime for the shooting percentage for Grantsville, because they missed both of them there as well.
Timothy, left-hand dribble, sends it baseline. That's a 2. They ruled it. We're going to rule it a 3 the way the hand was up. Ball deflected out of bounds, Grantsville ball.
Going back to what we were talking about just a minute ago, that pass right on the money for Becca Swayze and a better look, just rimmed out.
Minute 55 to go before halftime here at the SVC on the campus of Snow College in Richfield. Been a fun tournament, lots of great games. Right corner for White, gives it Butler high. Emmy turns, had a shot, didn't take it. We talked about how she hasn't been gun shy just as a freshman. Probably should have taken that one.
That's one, yeah.
Williams will drive it, lose it for a moment. They're going to call it travel. Goes the other way for the Dinos.
So Dinos keeping it close, 8 points here. It'd be nice, if you're a Dino fan, it would be nice if you could get a little bit of a run here, cut it down to maybe a 1 or at least 2 possession game here at halftime.
Ball goes left side to Timothy, skip it back right side Johnson. Give and go
Good
to Johnson
passing.
inside. Beautiful ball movement in the bucket on the baseline. Bailey Johnson's had a nice first half. Is that 4 for her? 25-19 for the sophomore. 4 points for the sophomore, 25-19 to score. Top of the key, Williams. Gives left side, Orgel now in the corner. White, skip it back, Williams. Louder left side, pumps. Gives back to White. Avery Allred's been on the bench for a while. Does she have foul trouble, Greg? Did I miss that? As Butler takes it and is fouled.
I'm not sure about that, yeah.
So free throws coming here for Emmy Butler with 59.9 on the clock. She'll get 2. Been a great tournament. Those 2 girls' semifinal games yesterday were flat out phenomenal. You had a 20-plus point comeback in the fourth quarter. In the boys' semifinal, fell a little short in overtime. Did Ogden, but
Going to have a couple of fun finals here. Richfield and Emory know each other well. Richfield, both of them have size. Both of them have excellent shooting. Excellent shooting for both teams. Lester for
Emory,
and then Hallie Janes for Richfield. Yeah,
Hallie Janes, she wears 30, which is Steph Curry's number. I'd like to time her release on her shot because it's as quick as anyone I've seen.
Yeah.
In person at this, especially at this level,
at
the high school level.
Richfield needs to put on something where they do a Hallie Janes versus
Miles Barnett,
3-pointers, or Gage Yardley even.
Griffin Wayman.
Yeah.
Ball goes left side to Louder. Final 40 seconds here in the first half. A 7-point lead for the Lady Cowboys. Ball goes into Butler. Butler power dribble, turns, shoots, banks, and scores. That's impressive from freshman Emmy Butler. 28-19, 29 seconds remain here in the first half. Ball skipped over to Bailey Johnson. She turns, finds Timothy, toes it. Now dribble drive, left hand on the left side and finishes. Amaya Timothy for 2 more.
Now with 7 points off the bench for Amaya Timothy. Nice little ball fake at the top of the key to be able to get herself open.
9 seconds. Orgel back to Williams. Louder will take the left wing 3 again. It's short. Rebound comes to Timothy, and she will just chuck that sucker up, and that will end the first half. That got closer than I thought it was going to get, Greg Sterner. We'll take a break. Halftime. It is Grantsville 28, Carbon 21 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. No, we're not on Mid-Utah Radio. Who am I kidding? We're on TeamHive.live, ETV, and KSLSports.com.
Are you or a loved one experiencing a mental health crisis? Let us help. Aspen Grove Behavioral Hospital offers no-cost mental health assessments, open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You have a choice in your mental health care. Insist on Aspen Grove Behavioral Hospital for instant care. Call us today to speak with one of our highly trained mental health professionals. Call 801-852-2273. Or for more information, visit aspengrovehospital.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Are you a new CDL license holder? If so, Barney Trucking would like to train and pay you to become a world-class truck driver on state-of-the-art equipment. They also provide you with reliable, courteous support, a fantastic wage, paid holidays, solid benefits, home daily schedules, paid time off, an excellent safety record, and respect. Dependable truck drivers have been Barney Trucking's #1 investment since 1947. Start your outstanding career by applying today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit ipautah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
For more than 3 decades, the Intermountain Power Project has served as a model of regional energy cooperation, generating and transmitting coal-fueled electricity to a diverse group of municipal utilities and rural electric cooperatives with operations across 6 U.S. states. Now Intermountain Power is expanding its role as a regional energy hub, including utilizing renewable energy resources. Intermountain Power is proud to support and invest in our central Utah communities. Visit ipautah.com to learn more about IPP Renewed.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
let's give a hand to the Carbon High School Dinos band. Next time, I think we need to get you out here on center court.
The SVC on the campus of Snow College in Richfield. Halftime, it's Grantsville 28, Carbon 21. Let's talk a little bit, Greg, about what you liked in the box score here from the first half, courtesy of Brad James.
Yeah, some individual stats, if you will, for first for the Dinos. 21 total points, 8 points for Maddie Orth and 7 for Amaya Timothy. The only other 2 scorers, Bailey Johnson with 4, JC Jensen with 2. They have a assist. There's no S on the end of that. A single assist, 12 turnovers. It's what Grantsville does. They just turn you over, as we've talked about quite a bit. For the Lady Cowboys individually, you have 5 points for Bailey Louder, 4 for Cody Williams, 5 for Afton Orjo, 5 for Emmy Butler, and 9 for Avery Allred. So a nice little spread there between those 4 girls. 4 assists, 9 turnovers there. They're shooting 50%. The Dinos shooting pretty well, 43% there in the first half.
About a minute 50 left on this halftime. Let's talk about some keys. Now, Grantsville forced not quite as many turnovers in this game as they did last night, only led by 5. What does Grantsville need to do to kind of keep that momentum going? They weren't able to do that last night against Emory.
Yeah. Emory did a great job of changing that game up there in the second half, didn't they? I mean, they knocked down those three-pointers. Aaliyah Lester, I think you had Gordon hit 1 or 2 of those yesterday. I think if you're Grantsville, just keep causing those turnovers, keep getting buckets. You know, you're up 7, you keep doing what you're doing. Most likely, you're gonna keep the lead with the way they cause turnovers. If you're Carbon, Maya Timothy and Maddie Orth need to keep bringing that ball up the center of the court. Don't get caught over in one of these coffin corners right after you cross midcourt. Keeping it in the center of the court, hitting the pass right in that high post, and then turn and do something quick. Don't allow that defense to come to you. Either take it to the hoop or hit somebody that's open either in the corner. You had, who was it that was Becca Swayze that had a couple of good looks from the corner. Maybe she'll hit some of those and get you back into the game.
Yeah, going to be an interesting second half. We appreciate you tuning in with us here on TeamHive.live along with ETV and KSLSports.com. Coming up after this, it's the third, fourth place boys game, the Richfield Wildcats and the Ogden Tigers, who met on this floor.
That's right.
December.
That's right. Yeah.
And Ogden was down, I guess they're just the comeback kids because they were down 10 late in that game. Furious comeback, forced overtime, and then beat Richfield.
Yeah.
And at the time, we thought that was a wild upset. And, two pretty evenly matched teams. Now it's the end of the season got here. So
Ogden turned out to be a very, very good team. As you mentioned, they were your favorite coming into this one. I just about pulled off the win over Judge.
That was my champ. The next game is what I picked as my championship, is the miss inside here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought, the next game, Ogden and Richfield.
Yes,
I see, not the championship.
That is who I had in my championship game with Ogden winning it.
I see.
I had Grantsville winning it for the girls. That will have is the in and out there from White.
I think everybody did.
Yeah. Had them play in Richfield, but it'll be Richfield Emory. Here tonight, we'll have that coverage for you on TeamHive.live and Mid-Utah Radio Sports with ETV, KSLSports.com. Great team with us here as Orth catches low, turns, runs into Louder, and we've had a lot of tie-ups with those two in this game. And
and I think if you're Matty Orth, if you can get to the block like that, now watch right here. I think you just got to go up. You can't spin back towards Louder. You got a little bit of height there over Cody Williams. You got to just go up with that one if you get it that deep before Louder's double team can come.
White with it. Allred's trying to post inside. They go Louder to Allred at the free throw line. Back up top, Cody Williams thought about the three. Will get in the paint. Up for two and in. Great layup there from Cody Williams.
Yeah, she had 4 points there in that first half. It's a nice move. That 1-2-2 trap again comes out, and then she walked with it. Yeah, I think just stepping into that pass, J.C. Jensen just took one extra step to step into that. Either put it on the ground or just, take the one step forward and then make the pass.
Ball comes in to Williams here. 6:48 to play in the third. 9-point lead for Lady Cowboys. Orgel will drive it. Nice little runner in the lane for two. Off the back rim, no. Avery Allred goes up. And they're going to call a foul on the Dinos
Yeah,
here.
it looked like that was on the ground there, but a great job by Avery Allred going up and just out jumping. Let's see, Amaya Timothy there. Just got a little bit better position. Not sure about the foul that time, though.
Yeah.
It was a great rebound by Avery Allred. I just don't know that there was really a foul. Ooh, that's a nice move.
And then they call the foul there. And two shots coming at the free throw line.
So that's a nice move for Avery Allred to get someone to go past her. Watch the little up and then go under. Oh, that's another tough call. Carbon fans right behind us and to our right, not too happy.
Allred on the season, shoots it at 64%. In and out on the first of two. To get one more. Free throws for the Cowboys is 3 of 10 in that first half. They're 60%. They're more than half their average below. That one drops. 31-21, 6:33 here in the third.
Gets Avery Allred into double figures with 10 points now. First into double figures for either team. Carbon's
no communication there. Goes back to Grantsville. Jensen and Timothy having a quick conversation about it. So it'll now be side out of bounds for Louder. She wants to go into Allred. There's a crowd there. Avery gives up top. Orgel, 15-foot J. No. Rebound, Timothy. Amaya looks to push it up. Gets it up to Orth. Orth taps it. Ends up in Ren White's hands. And then the ball deflected. Fight for the loose ball. And we're going to say out of bounds. It'll stay with the Dinos.
So it's all going to work out here. Carbon's going to get the ball. I think Carbon fans wanted a travel, similar to what happened to Jensen here near midcourt, and then I think they wanted a foul. They're going to end up with the ball, but so not too much screaming, but and now a steal by the Cowboys.
Allred gets it ahead. Louder leads the break. Left-hand dribble up. No. Rebound to Orgel. Sends it back top. Allred for three. Straight on. Buckets. Avery Allred hits the three. 34-21, 5:54 to go in the third.
She's now up to 13 points. That matches the lead for the Cowboys.
Full timeout by Coach Carlson. We'll take it here on TeamHive.live, ETV, and KSLSports.com.
Bark is an app that helps families manage every aspect of their children's digital lives. Worried about your 12-year-old stumbling upon something harmful or inappropriate? With Bark, you can block sites and apps. Bark runs in the background, scanning your child's digital activities, and sends you an alert if it detects something you need to know about. While there are lots of options out there, Bark's approach to online safety is one of a kind. You've got this, and Bark's got your back.
Get Bark protection today from Centricom on unlimited family devices. Visit Centricom.com to learn more.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
5:51 left here in the third. Grantsville's gone on a bit of a run, Greg, to start this quarter. It's now a 13-point game, 34-21, 2 minutes in.
Matty Orth with the last 4 points for the Cowboys.
Ball up top. Goes right side to Sorensen. Sorensen with it up top. Gives 15-footer Timothy. Going to make that every time. I'll give her that much space. Nice jumper from Amaya Timothy.
Usually that's a soft spot in a zone like that, is right around the free throw line area. If you can get the ball to her and she can hit that shot, that could be what gets you back into this one.
Foul on the Dinos. It'll be side out of bounds here for Grantsville. Their baseline out of bounds here with 5:27 left in the third quarter. As Orgel inbound on the baseline. Gets it right into Allred. She goes up. No. Fights for the offensive board. Louder. That's the last touch by Louder. Good hands by Madison Orth there.
Yeah, Maddie Orth caused that.
Yeah.
And just wasn't, Bailey Louder just not able to corral that ball and goes off her, kind of bounced off her head even.
Jensen with it. Bounce pass right side Timothy. Skips it in the corner. Orth. Pump fake. She'll look to drive it. Get in the lane for two. Throw up the runner. That's no good. Louder's got it. And we'll look to push for the Lady Cowboys.
Nice move to get a good look there for the Dinos. They can keep doing that. They'll get some good looks.
Louder gives to Allred baseline. Avery back up top. White. Wide open three. Right wing no good. Louder fights for the offensive board. Ends up in Timothy's hands as she outlets it to Johnson. The sophomore pump fakes, spins, turns, shoots, in and out and back in. How about Bailey Johnson? That's 6 for her, Greg?
Yeah. Yep, that's
I've
right.
liked her game tonight, the energy she's brought as she started the game.
Yeah, I was about to compliment Avery Allred for how quick she got back to defend that shot, but just a better shot by J.C. Jensen, almost a little fall-away turnaround to get it to go.
Up top, left-hand dribble. Send it in the corner now. Look to drive is Orgel, and it's a turnover. Orth leads the break now for Carbon. Bounce pass over to Johnson. Pump fakes. Ball deflected. Fight with Timothy. And Orgel, she throws it up. Louder now on the right side. Bailey comes off the high screen. Gives it over to Orgel. I want to know one thing that really impresses me about Bailey Louder, Greg. Her left hand, she's a right-handed player. You would not know the way she dribbles as Timothy with the rejection.
Great recovery to get in there and get the rejection, and now she's going to bring it up herself. Oh.
And a big collision between Orth and Orgel as it will go the other way. And Madison Orth not accepting a help up there. There's not a lot of love out here right now. It'll be side out of bounds for Grantsville. We got a timeout? We do. We'll take it here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live and no Mid-Utah. TeamHive.live, ETV, KSLSports.com.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Third, fourth place game here on the girls' side of the 3A bracket. It's Grantsville 34, Carbon 25. A lot of talking in the crowd, a lot of not really chirping on the floor, but body language action that would lead you to believe there's some not kind thoughts maybe going through the head of some of these players
We
right
mentioned
now.
It was chippy early, and it's been that way. And now Carbon, nice job to get a steal and get up in front of the press if they can hustle.
Timothy, right-hand dribble, fouled by Orgel.
I'm not saying that's not a foul, but Coach Carlson got that one right there. She was riding that official on that last one, and you know, I'll say that's a good call. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just she was going to get that call.
Inside to Orth, stripped, and then a foul late on Grants. It's called late, but you see on the replay here. There's the drive baseline. Good pass entry, by the way.
Yeah.
And I got her on the elbow there, so that's 2 shots for Orth. 73% on the season for Madison. She had a terrific night last night, as mentioned, 20 points. Shots up and down.
So Maddie now 9 points to match Amaya Timothy for the lead. I think they average pretty close to each other. It seems like.
Yeah, you got 14 from Timothy, or 19 from Timothy, 14 from Orth.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
a little, they're clearly the two leading scorers on this team.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was quite that high for Amaya Timothy at 19, but she gets into double figures now.
34-27. Ball's going to go to Louder here, and a foul out front. So that'll be side out of bounds. So that's going to go on Maddie Ferguson, who's in the ball game. Side out of bounds here for the Lady Cowboys. A lot of shouting going on in the crowd right now. Inside Allred. Back up top Williams. Cody will take the three. High arcer. No. Tipped into the hands of Louder. Power dribble. Lowers the shoulder and scores. Wow. Bailey Louder. Great play from the junior.
Yeah, her first two here this second half, 7 points, but that was a beautiful, tough play through some contact.
Drive from Timothy, runner for two short, rebound fought for between Allred and Sorensen. It will stay Dino basketball. 2:52 to go here in the third. 36-27. Grantsville's led by as many as 12, Greg, in this one?
Yeah.
Orth lowers the shoulder, turns, shoots a little short. Man, rebound Butler.
Carbon's had a couple of good looks in the lane to try and cut this lead down a little bit, just not able to finish. What a dribbling by Bailey Louder.
I was just going to say, Butler for three, swish. Emmy Butler with the triple.
8 points now for the sophomore. Wait,
she's a freshman. Emmy Butler's a freshman, yeah. Oof. Deflected by Allred, and she gets it off of Orth going the other way. As we'll see Ren White in, and Avery Allred will sit here with 2:28 to go in the third. Here's what's scary, Greg. Grantsville brings everyone back next year.
Yeah, we've talked about it. We've done these 3 games for them this weekend, and we've talked about it a lot. But, if you're a Carbon fan just watching Grantsville for the first time, they're going to be tough next year as well.
Inside Butler, turns, hooks, shoots, banks, and scores. Emmy Butler having herself a tournament.
Yeah, when I say they're going to be tough next year, I mean they'll be for sure the favorite.
Good cross from Timothy, sends to Orth, open corner three, off the front rim, rebound, fought for, on the ground with it. Timothy gets it. She stands back up, though, and you can't do that. It'll go the other way.
And I think she knew it. I think she just thought she was a little bit closer to being up, off of her knee, because if she's off of her knee, she can go down and
go down and grab it,
Yeah, but she just came up off of that one knee.
Yeah.
Carbon's now had 3 shots that have been just a little bit short. 3 really good looks, great offense, but just not able to capitalize.
White with it, back up top. The lob inside for Butler, and Orth comes away with the steal. Good play from Maddie Orth. Minute 34 to go here in the third. Orth look to cross over. And what do we got here? Shot clock.
Shot
never
clock
reset.
Didn't get reset.
So they're going to put it at 27. And they're trying to get the score. I guess the score was slightly off. Didn't realize that. So, had a few times we've got to get this right here today.
Yeah. Well, Grantsville, they wanted to come here to get a ring. They wanted to come here to get the victory in this championship, but man, they're playing tough here in this third, fourth game. They are a tough team, and Carvin playing tough as well. Going to try and cut it down under 10 here to start the fourth quarter and give themselves a shot in the fourth.
And we'll get a travel here on the other end by Ren White, so it'll still be Dino basketball with minute 22 to go. Egbert checks in for the first time in this second half for the Lady Cowboys. Timothy to inbound, side out of bounds. Gets it over to Sorensen. Sorensen gives a little bit of a head fake, draws that trap, loses the basketball, ends up with Timothy, 15-foot jumper. Good. Likes those elbows, Amaya Timothy does.
Yeah, if you can knock down that mid-range jumper, great job by her to get that shot up quick. Grantsville's collapsing on her. That's a tough shot.
Orgel up top, Cody Williams with it. Left side, Orgel. She'll fake, get in the lane, runner, throws up a shot. It goes in off the window.
Oh, baby.
My goodness.
Man,
English.
It has been that day for Grantsville today, they've got a lot of those tough shots to go. Avery all read most of them, but that one, Afton Orgel to get her 7th point.
Beautiful give and go between Timothy and Orth. My goodness, and Amaya lays it in with the left hand on the left side. 43-21.
13 for her.
Off the bench today, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing a good job. Orgel's with it. Shot clock's off for the Cowboys as Williams is fouled out front. That's going to go on J.C. Jensen. And that's 2 fouls. That's the 15th foul now on the Dinos. So
unless they got that up quick. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it should be shooting. Yep.
Cody, one of the better free throw shooters. In fact, she is the best free throw shooter, 67% on the year for Williams. You know, Greg, thinking about it, I would really hate to have to play Grantsville obviously next year. I'd hate to have to play them in summer league ball this year.
Man,
Can you imagine?
Yeah, I guarantee they're going playing a lot of Salt Lake schools, playing bigger schools. When you have a kid on the team, you kind of follow that.
Yeah.
It's fun to see. A lot of times some of the more rural communities can go play summer ball and beat some of the bigger teams just because they play together so much and they're not off it doing AAU stuff and things like that. I wouldn't be surprised if Grantsville goes and beats everybody in the Salt Lake County type area.
Count the bucket and a foul. Madison Orth with a great take, 44-31 with 17.2 left here in the third.
That gives Maddie 12 points, looking for 13 to match the team high for Amaya Timothy.
She'll get 1 free throw.
And I mentioned you want to try and get this maybe under double figures or close to 10, and she has a chance to get it to 10 right here. And like you say, that gives you a chance in the fourth quarter if you can get some stops and hit some of those threes that they've had looks at.
44-34, 17.2 to go. Ball comes back to Williams. 13 seconds, right side Louder. Back up top Williams, skip it over to Orgel. She'll look to drive, skip to Louder, now corner Butler. Butler called for the ball, deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Cowboys, 4.7 on the clock. Here for Grantsville. Pounds the rock, sends it back to Williams. Hesitate dribble, little push shot for 2. At the horn goes Grantsville 46, Carbon 34. One more ring of the buzzer before we end this 3A semifinal consolation third, fourth place game next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live. Then it again.
The Chevy Silverado with available Super Cruise connected by OnStar. Only Super Cruise lets you drive hands-free and tow hands-free. It'll help you get to the adventure energized, and it'll help drive you home. Drive yours away this President's Day. Get 2.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or get $5,000 total value on this Silverado High Country when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
8 minutes left here in this third, fourth place game between Carbon and Grantsville. Cowboys with a 12-point lead. That was a great play by Cody Williams. That little push shot, Greg, I like that.
Yeah.
Timothy gives to Orth. Now back to Timothy. Pump fakes, dumps inside, ball deflected, ends up in the hands of Williams.
Kind of tried to force it down low that time. If that double team comes at the top of the key, somebody's obviously open, and that wasn't the one.
Oh, tough pass is tried to hit Orgel. It goes out of bounds.
Yeah, Grantsville's lucky that was out of bounds. If that wasn't out of bounds, that's a layup on the other side for the Dinos.
7:37 left here in the fourth. 46-34 as Carbon will have it out of bounds now.
Well, it was a turf monster again that you didn't see, Tanner. You were looking away. Yeah. Just leave it at that.
There's a sequel to that movie. Okay. Ball goes left side here for Timothy. As it's deflected out of bounds, will stay with the Dinos. Carbon basketball, 28 on the shot clock. 7:30 on the game clock. Back to Timothy. She'll cross over, get in the lane, Euro step, little push shot for two. Amaya Timothy has just been great here tonight, this afternoon. 46-36, 7:20 to go in the ball game. Just very under control, Greg, is Timothy.
Yeah, 15 points for her now to lead the Dinos. Game high 15.
Now
just about came down with a steal as well.
And she's going to get called for the reach inside on Louder, so that'll be baseline out of bounds here for Grantsville.
Yeah, if Amaya Timothy isn't going to be able to step over and block the baseline right there, the foul's maybe the best thing. I know she's upset, but if Bailey Louder gets that one more step there, she's going to have a layup.
As we'll see Ren White return for the Lady Cowboys. Pound to the rock. Ball goes into Louder. Skip it back up. Now in the corner. All red. Corner triple up. Front rim no. Louder rebound. Stick back short. Rebound to Sorensen. And now the other way comes Timothy. And again off a miss. Grantsville right in their press as Timothy loses it for a moment. Runs right into Orgil. And they're going to call the foul. And she's got a little bit of a jaw to the floor, as that'll be the first team foul on Grantsville. And for Orgil, that's her fourth, Greg.
I think what the official was saying is Orgil just stepped into it right here. Yeah, she kind of used her body to step into Amaya Timothy there. I think if she would have just held straight up and not kind of bounced into her, that nothing would have been called there.
Ball goes in here to Orth. She'll pump fake, put it on the floor. Little runner for two off the back rim. And Timothy fouled on the rebound.
Yeah, Timothy creates another foul there. It's going to be 2 against Grantsville here, just a minute and 15 into the fourth.
Baseline for J.C. Jensen. 6:45 to go here in the fourth.
Yeah, not a lot there. That's a tough call.
Deflection from Allred. We'll stay with the Dinos here.
There's that carbon band right there on our shot.
Yeah,
they're a great
they've been
band,
terrific.
Man. They are awesome.
And I love that we talked about this. They fill in. If some of these schools don't have bands that travel down, they'll be like, hey, we'll stay and play and cheer for you guys.
They just want to play and cheer for somebody. Sure.
I love it. Yeah, rebound
awesome.
comes down to Allred. Off the miss, Avery leads the break. Push shot over. Sends it to White. Now Thornton with it. Gives it up top. Louder. Right side Williams. Williams will give to Bailey. Now right side to Cody with it. Left-hand dribble, Louder, right side, inside Allred at the free throw line. She'll pump, lower the shoulder, send to the corner. It's an open three, and it's good. A good-looking corner three from Ren White. Timeout to the Lady Cowboys. We'll take it on TeamHive.live with ETV and KSLSports.com.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
All right, this round's almost over.
Hi, I'm Dustin Shakespeare, the Central Region Pathways Coordinator. Do you know what pathways are offered at your high school that connect with Snow College? Students enrolled in career technical education courses can develop valuable real-world technical skills and a strong academic foundation. Over 630 students completed CTE pathways last year in the Central Utah region. Our 35 pathways empower students to explore career options, pursue what they are passionate about, and earn valuable industry certifications. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors today.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
6:11 left here in the fourth quarter. It's Grantsville 49, Carbon 36 in our fourth place game here at the 3A Championships. Coming up next, it's Richfield and Ogden on the boys' side for the fourth place game.
Who's on that call? Is that Rick Robinson and Dustin?
Rick and Dustin.
You're
yep.
off that one? Okay.
I'm off, yep. Inside.
Nice drive.
What
nice
a take. Yeah. Maddie Orth for two, 49-38. 6 minutes left here in the ball game. How many is that for Maddie, Greg?
That's 15 for her. She and Amaya Timothy both with 15 for the Dinos.
Drive from Thornton. Good block shot by Sorensen. She just picks it up.
And then goes and gets it. Yeah, the Bill Russell style block shot. Block it and keep possession. Don't spike it out of bounds.
Timothy. Beautiful ball handling, better hands from Louder.
It was until you started to say it, yeah.
Louder behind the back herself, and then a foul. Where's Hunter Stevens? Are the Templars still here? My goodness, nice pass.
That looked like Hunter Stevens from that previous game, just with the opposite hand there.
Nice
Still
pass.
A beautiful pass.
Yeah.
Kylan Sorensen just kind of doing what she had to do to stop a layup there. Make them earn it from the line.
In and out on the first of 2.
So it turns out to be a good foul. It is her 3rd foul, but you know, with 5.5 left, she should be fine.
Well, Grantsville, that's the one thing. They've not shot well at the line all night. Kind of kept Carbon somewhat close as lead back to 12 now, 50-38, 5:29 to go. Ball comes to Timothy here. She's going to skip it over to Orth, into Sorensen. That's how you break a press, but the finish is not there. Williams gets the rebound. Pushes it. Allred's open, a little high, but Allred corrals, kind of rushed the shot, and 2 girls going for the basketball. People are going to freak out about it, and guess what? It's part of the game. And unfortunate Maddie Orth a little slow to get up. Did they call a jump on it?
I'm watching. It looks like it, yeah. Let's see that. Yeah, just going backwards into each other. The Grantsville girl is kind of boxing out backwards, and Maddie Orth just reaching for that ball over her.
Officials going to discuss
they're
this
talking
here.
about that.
Yeah. 5:10 left here in the 4th.
It shouldn't. I mean, it should. In my opinion, it should either be a jump ball or a foul.
Yeah, nothing more than that.
Maybe on Maddie Orth, but nothing. No intentional or anything like that.
Absolutely not.
So I don't know if they're talking about that. I hope that's all they're talking about. But.
Maybe you go have a conversation with the coaches saying, hey, this is getting a little, maybe tell your girls to calm down a little bit. Maybe that's what's going on here. So, and they're going to call the foul on Orth with 5:10 to go.
So that's her 3rd. It'll be the 4th team foul against Carbon. So they'll Grantsville will be shooting the rest of the way, or maybe it's just 3rd.
They
must have got it up there quick. Yeah.
So it'll be Cowboy basketball on the baseline. As Louder's going to be the trigger gal. Pounds the rock. Sends it back to Allred. Quick pump from Avery. She'll get in the paint. Floater. Buckets. Avery Allred. The nice runner inside for 2. 52-38. Timothy quickly gets up the court. Jensen with it. Pump fakes. Looks to attack. Corner Orth. She'll look to take it baseline. Puts up the shot for 2. In and out. Sorensen's got it and then loses it. Out of bounds. It'll be Grantsville basketball. With 4:50 to go here in the ball game. So Grantsville with possession up 14. Carbon's got to really start to make something happen here, Greg. We've seen crazy things at this tournament. We've seen crazy comebacks. Ball up top to Williams.
14 when you have 38 would be tough, but yeah.
Floater inside. No, 2 Cowboys collide there as Orth might have taken a shot to the face there. Kind of squinting with their
she still is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thought about the 3, goes corner to Johnson. Hesitate, back to Orth, skip it in the corner, Timothy. Amaya will take that corner 3. Good rotation,
that's
bucket.
A beautiful looking shot.
That'll help you get back into it. 52-41, 4:12 left. Ball goes right side to Thornton. She'll skip it up to Williams. Williams now, right side Thornton again. Back up top in the middle. Allred turns, sends it out to White. White saves it and then is fouled by J.C. Jensen with 3:55 to go. She really doesn't like, she hasn't liked any of the calls against her tonight.
JC's kind of laughing at that one. I think she's laughing at some of the bench saying it should have been an intentional foul.
Which that's a whole load of garbage too.
Yeah,
so.
Obviously not, but she's kind of, well, I was going to say having fun with it, but I don't think she's having fun. I think she's kind of frustrated.
Maybe
with the
trying
call,
to have fun with it. We'll leave it at that.
There you go.
Down goes to Allred, bounce to Orgel with it. She'll spin, stripped by Jensen. They'll call the foul there. If she didn't like the last one, she's really not going to like this one. And that's going to be 2 free throws now.
And I think that's 5 on her.
Yeah, that'll be her 5th. She is just a junior, so she'll be back for the Dinos next season.
Yeah, it looked like she had ball right there.
Or wait, they give it to Orth.
Oh, okay.
Wow. So that's 4 on Maddie Orth.
Yeah, because it looked like Jensen had ball there, but that must have been what it was. I wasn't watching for anybody else.
Free throw drops here for Orgel. She'll get one more with 3:50 to go. Shots up. Beautiful rotation. 50 Should be 53-41 if I no, 54-41's right. Timothy with it, runs into Orgel, and then a foul. Oh boy, there's a lot of chirping going on out there.
Yeah. Let's watch this replay here. Did she? I mean, it ends up looking worse than it was. Did Maddie mean to tackle her or was she just reaching for the ball there? I don't know.
Free throws for Orgel. That's 4 on Amaya Timothy. So you got 4 for Timothy, 4 for Jensen, 4 for Orth.
Orgel now with 10 points.
She's having a nice tournament, Greg. I've liked her game.
You've got 3 girls with 10 points. Cody Williams, Afton Orgel, Emmy Butler, and then 15 for Avery Allred to lead.
Second one's no good. Rebound Orth. 3:43 left. Madison gets it over to Jensen. Pump fake on the pass. JC will give it to Maddie. Up top, Louder out on her. The strip and the foul. We'll see if they give this. I'm going to guess they give this to Cody Williams. And they do. 3:33 to go, so that's the third team foul on Grantsville. Side out of bounds here for Jensen. Going to give it into Orth. Back, Jensen walked with it. She knew it on that one. It'll go back to the Lady Cowboys with 3:29 to go.
Yeah, I can't have those empty possessions if you're going to get back into a 14-point game like this.
Williams brings it across the timeline. Left side, Orgel gets right to the rim, throws up the shot, a foul, and 2 shots coming here for Orgel again with 3:22 to go.
Yeah, and Afton knew what she wanted right when she caught that ball. There was no hesitation. She saw that lane and took it.
That'll go on Kylan Sorensen. That's 4 on her. So your 4 leading scorers on the season have 4 fouls for Carbon here. Orgel knocks the first down. 56-41. 3:22 left. Once again, coming up next, it's Richfield and Ogden, the boys' 3rd, 4th place game. One more here for Orgel. She hits it. 57-41, 3:22 to go. Ball goes to Jensen now. Grantsville rather, in that 2-2-1. Timothy with it. Got to get it across. Does to Orth. Pass into Sorensen. Sorensen loses her dribble. Louder picks it up. Timothy goes in there. Louder saves it up to Orgel. Orgel leads the break for the Lady Cowboys. Will go right to the rim, throw up the shot. She's fouled by Bailey Johnson. And either way, that's going to be 2 free throws. 3:01 to go. A lot of fouls in this 4th quarter.
Yeah, Afton with 12 points. Her last 5 from the free throw line. Chance for a couple more here.
Gives you 5 points and 3 assists on the season, just the junior.
She's giving them more today.
She's been great. She's been great this tournament. Yeah. Really good defender. Moves her feet well. Smart player, too. Doesn't make a ton of forced, those kind of forced mistakes. Stays very calm.
She looks like she's having fun, too. Our camera, those under the basket cameras, catches her smiling quite a bit. That's good.
Way to go, Temp.
Yeah.
Free throw drops in. 58-41, under 3 to go. Grantsville still in a 2-2-1 here as Williams fouls. That'll be team foul number 4. So now Carbon shoots the rest of the way with 2:55 left. Timothy will get it in to Jensen. 4 on Cody Williams here. Jensen gets to Timothy, right corner. The trap was kind of weird. There was kind of a soft trap. Gave her room, slips through, gives it to Jensen. Jensen's fouled. That'll go on Avery Allred, and now JC Jensen will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of free throws here these last few minutes. This game is kind of slowed to a slog, hasn't it? Just slowed down.
So let me ask you this.
All right.
What is a slog?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I just hear it in sports. I don't know.
It's a good way to. It describes it perfectly. I just genuinely want to know what the definition is. So.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying you're wrong.
Get your temp on it.
Yeah. Rebound comes down inside, splits the pair. 58-42. 2:38 left. Williams with it. Up high. Allred picked up her 4th foul right there. Louder for 3, buckets. Bailey for 3. Timeouts to Grantsville. We'll take it as well on TeamHive.live, ETV, and KSLSports.com.
Are you or a loved one experiencing a mental health crisis? Let us help. Aspen Grove Behavioral Hospital offers no-cost mental health assessments. Open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You have a choice in your mental health care. Insist on Aspen Grove Behavioral Hospital for instant care. Call us today to speak with one of our highly trained mental health professionals. Call 801-852-2273. Or for more information, visit aspengrovehospital.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back on in. 2:25 left. This consolation bracket game. Gregory Sterner, you have a definition for us of what a slog is.
A spell of difficult or tiring work.
Yeah, there you go.
So I was right.
You were 100% right. You weren't just right, you were spot on. 61-42.
Things you only get from Tanner and Greg.
Yeah, that's right.
Will Dustin Shakespeare be defining any words in the next game? Highly doubtful.
It's got to be a pure basketball term.
Yeah, that's right.
Because he's pretty darn good at that.
Yes, he is.
Like extremely good.
He's
scary good at it.
One of the best around.
Yep. Ball lobbed in here to Allred. She'll lower the shoulder, go reverse, up, no. Rebound to Sorensen, and a foul on Louder. That will be 2 free throws. Bailey just kind of goes, yeah, I bumped her. As that'll go the other way with 2 more free throws now for Sorensen. As we get Ferguson in and Egberts. Oh, yeah, we got to shoot, so they got to wait to come in.
The official had to chase him down to tell him, wait at the score table.
So Kylan Sorensen, 66% on the year.
So we've had a year now, a season of double bonus with 5 fouls in a quarter. I've liked it.
Yeah.
I think as Kylan knocks down the first one more for her. I think there are times where it can slow down a game a little bit, but the times where it would slow down because you would get 4 or 5 in the third quarter, for example, and then you get 2 in the first minute of the fourth, and now you're into 1-1. Gosh, some of those games those games would be affected by it, and I think it's affecting games less by having it like this, and I like that. I like.
Agreed.
That. Yeah.
I'll say this: as Madison Orse fouled out, and she deserves all the praise and flowers for the final time in her career. Been phenomenal for the Dinos.
15 points tonight for Maddie Orth. A lot of points in her career for a Carbon.
A little instruction there from Coach Vera and Bailey Louder. Good camera work, Temp. Again, the Temp's been on fire today. The last 2 days, he's done a great job.
You got to say his name if you keep just calling him the Temp.
His name's Kyler Jensen. He's my intern with Mid-Utah Radio. He comes in and shadows me a couple mornings a week, and we've got him doing camera this season. And kid's got a bright future. Senior at Gunnison Valley High as Orgill goes 2 for 2. 63-44, minute 14 to go. As Coach Vera said, no, let's back this up.
So the last 8 from the line for Afton Orgill. She has 15 to match Avery Allred for a team high.
Jensen, right side, dribbles, drives, shoots,
nice
scores.
take.
Nice take from J.C. Jensen. A possession without a foul.
5 points now for J.C.
63-46, minute 25 left here in the fourth. Orgill with it. Up top, Louder, pumps, gives back. Over right side, Williams. In the corner, it's Avery Allred. She'll send it up to Louder, skip it to Orgill. She's going to take the 3. Why not? No, rebounded Jensen. 1 minute left here in the fourth quarter. Ball goes over on the right side. Now in the paint to Vea, excuse me. Timothy, nice little move with her left hand. Amaya Timothy for 2.
Her last game as well, she goes over 20 now.
Yeah, she's been terrific last few years for Carbon as well. Louder out front. Going to give it up to Williams. About a 19-second differential between shot and game clock here. Louder pumps, travels with it, and it will go back to the Dinos with 37.7 as Carbon will make some mass subs here. We got Emma Bowman, a sophomore, Becca Swayze, a junior, Harley Hope's a sophomore, and
Blythe Bradford, number 23.
Oh, that's right, Blythe Bradford. And now the Dinos, or the Cowboys, will make their subs as the season ends. They will be back. The word you used, Greg, with a vengeance.
Yeah. Gracie Holm into the game. I think that's her first action.
Yep.
Trying to get some of these girls' names on. Castano back into the game as well.
Butler back in. Ball out of bounds. Shot clock is off. And for as long as it took us to get from 5 minutes to 3 minutes, these last couple have gone pretty quick. As Thornton brings it up. Left-hand dribble here. As Grantsville will finish third. They take the three and hit it. Wow. 3-point shot from Ren. Was that? Yeah, Ren White hits the three.
2 threes today for her, 6 points.
Jensen throws it up, and that will do it. Grantsville wins 66-48. And your final score here, third place finish for the Lady Cowboys. The Dinos will finish fourth this season. And we'll take just a brief break and be back to wrap this thing up. Greg, your last broadcast of the year. You're calling it not quits by any means, but
gonna miss it, Tanner.
Yeah, it's the off season for you. My off season will begin in a couple hours, but we'll send it to break and be back here on KSLSports.com, TeamHive.live, and ETV.